Thank you for participating today. We are now joined by Ari McDonald, and we'll begin the press conference. Again, as a reminder, please use the raise hand function to indicate you would like to ask a question. Ari cannot see you, so when you are called on for your question, please state your name and affiliation first. First question will go to Michelle. Michelle, go ahead.
Ari, it's Michelle Smith from Pac12.com. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can you, I was entertained toward the end of the game after you had the steal and the strip and the steal and the layup, and Adia brought you guys all in, and I was looking at you all, and you looked like you were trying to like keep it normal, but that you were all about to burst. Like I could feel like that excitement was starting to build. When did you really start to feel it like this was going to happen?
I would say when it was like a minute and like 20 something. I mean, we was up by like a couple possessions, but I mean, I knew they had to foul us. And we were getting stops towards the end, so I had no doubt that we were going to lose. Like, I just knew. I was like, oh, we got this. We sealed it.
Now we'll go to PJ.
Hi, Ari. This is PJ Brown from Arizona Daily Star. What does this all mean to you at this moment? This is what you said you were going to do, and you're on your way.
This means a lot. It's a surreal moment. Literally, I was on Facebook yesterday, and yesterday made it a year that I said I was coming back. I mean, it's just crazy how things come full circle. I mean, you make goals, and to see yourself and your team achieve them, like, it's crazy, and I'm just so excited. Like, we just beat a great team. But, I mean, man, I'm proud of my team so much, and this is crazy, and I give thanks to God. This is a big deal. We just created more history.
Next question will be from Jeff.
Hi, Jeff Metcalf, Arizona Republic. Can you just talk a little bit about what happened there in the fourth quarter to allow you guys to kind of get control of the game? And then just emotionally, what you were going through when you went down on the floor there with your ankle setback.
Yeah, fourth quarter, we had to get stops. We knew that. We knew we couldn't trade buckets. Like, they're a good offensive team. So we knew we had to buckle down on defense, take pride in our individual assignments, and we were rebounding as well. I mean, it's not too often we win the rebound war, and we did today. And just, I knew, I never cried, so that's how you kind of knew I was, like, in pain. But, I mean, I shook it off. I mean, my team needs me, and I wanted to get back on the court and seal the win. So, I mean, I had to suck it up, but I'll be fine.
We from Javier.
Javier Morales, All Sports Tucson. Ari, 64 points in these last two games. Can you just comment on how you stepped up and how your teammates helped that?
When you know, you're feeling it. I knew I wasn't doing too well in like the regular season, like conference and stuff. I was shooting, taking bad shots and stuff, but I'm letting the game come to me. And my teammates are putting me in successful positions. The coaches are putting me in successful positions as well. And I'm really just taking what the defense is giving me, honestly. But credits to my teammates and my coaches.
Next question is from Michelle.
Yeah, Ari, Michelle Vogel from ESPN.com. Congratulations to you. Can you talk about just with the growing confidence that you guys, I think, clearly have, what that means going into a national semifinal with Connecticut?
That means a lot. We need the momentum. I'm just so happy my teammates, they're finally believing. They're having the confidence. Like, I knew they could. I mean, just my teammates, they keep stepping up. They keep hitting big shots when we need them. And I love that. I mean, I'm happy when my teammates are converting. Like, I love that. We just need this confidence momentum going to UConn. UConn, we already know what they're about. Powerhouse, a well-coached, skillful players. But, hey, I got my chances with my teammates, ride or die, going to war with them.
Next question is from Lindsay.
Hey, Ari, Lindsay Schnell, USA Today. Congratulations. I was wondering when I was watching the game, you're from California, you're a West Coast kid. Did you imagine that you would always go to a Pac-12 school? Why did you want to play in the Pac-12? For a long time, this was not the top conference in women's basketball.
Yeah, just the type of person I am. I'm very family oriented, and I always want to go somewhere where my parents can reach me. So I mean, I always knew I want to stay on the West Coast, and just the Pac-12. They evolved. I mean, we have some great players. We have great teams in our conference, and just hey, we're the best conference in the country, and you could say, yeah, I belong in a Pac-12, and I kind of knew I was going to end up at a Pac-12 school.
We'll now go to Kim.
Hi, this is Kim Goss at Arizona Desert Swarm. Ari, I saw some stuff from like Dominique's mom about cheering you guys on. What does it mean thinking about the players from last year who didn't get to do this, her and TT and you guys finally getting to do it?
Yeah, just referring back to my article, this is truly for them. We were bummed that our season got cut short last year, and for us to perform at the level we're performing and on this big stage, it means a lot. And I know they're smiling, they're watching us, supporting us from wherever they are, and this is truly for them. And I hope they're enjoying the ride, enjoying watching us.
We'll now go to Jay.
Hey, Ari, Jay Gonzalez, Fox Sports 1450. After you got to Arizona, when did you think that something like this was, legitimately possible? When did you think you guys could be here?
I would say last year. It started with last year. We were talented, a very smart team, defensive oriented, and everybody can go get their buckets. So I knew last year and just how we were playing, I knew that we were destined to make a big run.
Next question is from Shane.
Hey, Ari, Shane Dale with Wildcat Country. I know you had a chance to go pro before this season, and you decided to come back. Is this the moment that you're feeling right now? And after cutting down the nets with your teammates, is this I got to believe this is the reason you decided to come back to school, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I came back to make history. I also came back to sharpen my game. People said I can't shoot. Now look what I'm doing. I'm making my teammates better as I'm actually getting better as a player and as a leader. So, it feels amazing. Like I said, I'm flourishing under great people who trust in me and believe in me.
Next question is from Troy.
So, Ari, Coach Adia Barnes always talks about the 5-minute wars. Can you take me through that last 5 minutes of the game?
Yeah, we were taking punches. We were going back and forth, and we were fouling them. We knew we had to stop fouling and play solid defense. Burgers tried to get hot. She was hitting clutch pull-ups, but we knew take it one war at a time. And Coach said in the last time out, we got to win this war. And hey, we tuned in. We really locked in, and it was gritty. And I liked that. We were fighting, and everybody took pride in their defense.
As a reminder, please state your name and affiliation. We'll go next to Michelle.
Michelle Smith again. Are you willing to share a little bit of what you and Adia had to say to one another after this game tonight?
Yeah, of course. Coach, as she was hugging me, she just said, "Who would have thought?" And she just said she's glad we're on this journey together. We faced a lot of adversity. Nobody believed in us but us. And she's just so happy, and she said we can go get this whole thing.
Ryan.
Hey, Ryan Kelpie, Arizona Desert Swarm. Can you just kind of take me through your ankle injury, what happened on that play, and how are you able to overcome that, and how you're feeling now?
Yeah, I was driving on the right side. I tried to do a kick up to one of my teammates on the side, and as I passed and I stopped, my ankle kind of turned, and number 4 kind of had her, she put her pressure on my ankle, and it hurt pretty bad, but it's a little sore, but I'll be fine. Just going to recover and just rest, honestly.
Michael?
Hi, Ari. Michael Farrar with Berg Sports Network. For you and for the seniors, what does this mean for you guys as a class? And what does Coach mean to you throughout your journey at Arizona?
Yeah, as seniors, this means a lot. Like we said, we got to go out with a bang, and we're definitely doing that. And Coach Barnes means a lot to me. She's like an older sister, like a mother to me, away from home. Always helping me. I know that I can go and talk to her about, not just basketball, but life, what I'm going through and what I'm dealing with. You want to have a relational coach on your side. And I think that's how, it kind of plays a part in basketball. I trust her and she trusts me. So I mean, just to young players, play for a coach who believes in you, is very relational with you, and it just doesn't care about you on the court, but cares about your well-being.
We'll go to Sunil.
Sunil Sundaraj from Global Women's Sports Radio. Congrats, Ari, on the win. I just had to throw a couple of numbers out, and you talked about it being a team game, but I think 24 out of the last 41, double doubles in the last 3 games, 11 of 18 from behind the arc, and you've logged 76 minutes. I mean, can you just talk about what's worked here in the last couple of games, and then Trinity with a double-double, and then Helena hitting a couple of huge, 3-pointers there in the fourth quarter, Ari?
Yeah, just taking what the defense is giving me, being patient on offense, and just using my arsenals. I mean, I work on stuff and my skills with Coach Salvo, and everything is coming full circle. I'm having confidence. I'm playing with high energy, and my teammates are setting me up. So, I mean, I'm hot. When I'm feeling it, I'm feeling it. And coaches know she's not going to tell me to stop shooting, and my teammates aren't either. So I'm just feeling it. And I'm happy that others are converting. I mean, yeah, we had 2 people in double figures, but people are stepping up, and they're doing their part. They're perfecting their role, and they're hitting big shots when we need them.
We'll go to one final question. We'll go to Troy.
Hi, Troy Hutchison, All Sports Tucson. Ari, can you talk about when the buzzer sounded and you guys are celebrating and you got to cut down the nets? Was it everything you ever envisioned?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It kind of brought back memories, NIT. We cut the nets down. Nobody thought we was going to be good that year. And just, I mean, what really helped, I mean, at the moment before we left, Coach had us to visualize what we're going to accomplish up here. And we cut down nets before we left. And just, at first I was kind of like, this is crazy. What? But now, just actually visualizing it and just actually now doing it is crazy. And it worked. And I'm just excited.
Thank you, Ari, for your time, and best of luck in the next round.
Thank you.
We'll be joined momentarily by Coach Adia Barnes. At this time, please use this time to raise or lower your hand as necessary. All right, welcome in, Coach. Now it's this time. We'll remind everyone to use the raise hand function to indicate you would like to ask a question. Again, Coach can't see you, so when you are called on for your question, please state your name and affiliation first. We'll first go to Jay. Jay, go ahead. Or actually, Troy, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Troy Hutchison, All Sports Tucson. Ari's had phenomenal back-to-back games, actually phenomenal games throughout this whole entire tournament. Where does this rank in your mind as some of the best tournament performances of all time?
To me, this is the best. She's been amazing. Stars make big plays and they step up when it really counts. No one remembers how you start, they remember how you finish. And Ari said it perfectly. At times this year, she struggled a little bit. I think that wasn't letting the game come to her, really trying to really carry us so much. And I think that I've seen a different area in the tournament, just more relaxed, more at ease, really leading the team in so many different ways and letting the game come to her. And she's been unstoppable. I mean, no one can guard her. Just for her to have 31, 33, and then to shoot the percentages she shot. And then Ari's only about 5'2". No, just kidding. She's 5'5", but to have 11 rebounds, it's just, and 4 assists, she's just been playing at another level. And I'm just so proud of her because all her hard work is paying off, and she's just been phenomenal. And she's leading this team.
Now we'll go to Jay. Jay, go ahead.
Hi, dear. Jay Gonzalez, Fox Sports 1450. I asked Ari this question. I don't know if you were standing there, but when did you think that this was a real possibility, in the Arizona program? She thought it was last year, but when did you think you guys could legitimately do this?
I mean, if you would have told me, this year we're going to be playing UConn in the Final Four, I would have said, okay, I don't know about that. It became a reality that we could do something really special last year. Last year, just the way that we won games, I think it really helped us. We lost like 3 or 4 double overtime games the year prior to that. We couldn't win like against Oregon State, against UCLA in triple overtime, against the elite teams in the Pac-12. We weren't able to get those wins. But then the following year, which is last year, we were able to convert and get those wins because we had that experience of playing really good teams down the stretch. So it was unfortunate for us we didn't get that tournament experience last year. But I thought last year we had a chance. I felt like we would have gone deep in the tournament. But then you look at this year, we didn't have last year's tournament experience. But since the Pac-12 tournament, we played bad at the end of the Pac-12 tournament. We got back. We rested mentally and physically. We worked on a couple key things, and we just played at another level starting from the tournament. Like, it wasn't perfect today, but I felt like we've just found ways to get wins and found ways to make big plays. And it's the small things that everybody's doing, but everybody has found a way to bring their game, to raise their game a level. And that's why I'm so proud, because I'm looking in their eyes, and there's a fire, there's a belief, there's a confidence, there's a will to win. And I love that. So I don't feel, I wasn't super nervous about the game. I thought, okay, they're going to give it all, so we're going to do everything we can. And if it's meant to be, we'll win. And, when you look in your players' eyes, and there's this look of belief and confidence. I love coaching that. So I try to coach my heart out and do my best for them.
Michelle?
Adia, it's Michelle Smith from Pac12.com. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What does it feel like to achieve a goal this big? In that moment when it's done, what's it feel like to do it?
It's amazing. It's surreal, like Ari said. It's kind of like, wow, we're going to the Final Four. I don't think anybody in the country would have thought. No one really believed, I think, but the people in our room believed we can do anything. And I'm just proud of this team. I'm proud of the way Ari's led us. I'm proud of Sam, our other team captain. I'm proud of just the whole team. We've worked hard. We've made a lot of sacrifice. This has been a year full of adversity. COVID has been hard for student athletes. It really has been. So I give my team so much credit for, being at the Final Four, being in lockdown, just finding a way to make the best out of it and still have a good attitude and still want to stay here and play. So I'm just so proud of our team and our players and our organization, everything. Words can't describe how I feel.
Next question is Michelle.
Yeah, Coach Barnes, this is the other Michelle
Hey.
Vogel from ESPN.com. Congratulations
Thank
to you. I had 2, if I could, please. One is sort of the full circle thing of your college career as a player ended going against UConn and the Sweet 16, and now you'll face them in the Final Four. And if you could talk about the fact that you said all along the confidence you're seeing in your players, how important that is facing UConn. That question. Then also, you mentioned yesterday, I think it was, that you represent professional basketball players going into coaching. And we've seen so many WNBA players, tweet at you and are proud of you. You were the second WNBA player to take a team to the Final Four, Dawn being the first, and she might even join you. What does that mean to have that sorority, if you will, in coaching?
It means a lot. It means the world to me, because I've created so many lifelong friendships throughout my years pro. Lauren Jackson, Sue Bird, Sharice Sam, Tully Bevilacqua, they all, we had a championship team, and, I have lifelong friends that I love dearly. So it feels good when they're all, reaching out. Swin texted me, everybody texted me. I think there needs to be more players, WNBA players, former players coaching women's basketball. And I don't think there are a lot of us, because I don't think a lot of us have had a tremendous amount of success. So, I represent that. And, I want to see more of that. So I'm proud. And Dawn's always been someone who believes in me and sent me a nice message. And, we all support each other, because it's meaningful when you can play pro and you've walked the walk. And, I think a lot of people want to play for players the coaches that have been there and done that. It's not something you can read about in the book, and something you've actually experienced and went through. I mean, I've been cut. I've been a role player. I was All-American in college, and I was a role player, barely making rosters in the league. But I've been there, and I've done that. And I think there's that speaks volumes for people that have been there. So I just want to see more coaches doing it. So I'm happy I can represent that. And I said before, I represent more than that. I mean, I just had a baby. I have a 6-month-old. So it's been a hard year for me. A lot of sleepless nights. So I represent moms that can coach and they can be great at both things. A lot of people say you can't be a great mom, can't be a great coach, can't do this and that. And I think you can do it all. I think you play pro, which means I played 13 years pro, so I had a baby late. So I had my second child at 44, which, 43 actually. But, most people say you can't do that. So I represent a lot and I'm proud. And I think you don't have to stop coaching when you're a mom. And you just have a village around you, and I have some great support. And so I bring my 6-month-old wherever, and I'm feeding her right before the game. But that's what it is. So when we can represent more than one thing, I think, women are kick-ass, and I think we can handle a lot. And I wouldn't have been able to handle half of the stuff I can handle if I wouldn't have played pro and handled adversity as a pro player. But that's made me more resilient and stronger. So I'm just happy to represent those things.
And just facing UConn, you've talked about your team's confidence and the fact that you said they haven't felt pressure. They how big is to go against UConn that confidence a factor?
It's really important because UConn's been there so many times, and Coach Auriemma is a legend. It's kind of it's a shock when he doesn't go to the Final Four or win a championship. So he's just done an amazing job and one of the best coaches there is. And they're a confident team because it's charted territory. It's uncharted for us. This is something they're used to. So having confidence is really important this time of year. But I feel like our team is playing our best basketball. We've peaked at the right time. And all it does to win a championship, all it does is you have to beat that team one time. So I feel like anybody this time of year can win for one time on any given night. So I think that for us, there's no pressure. No one expects Arizona to win a championship. No one expected Arizona to be in the Sweet 16, the Elite Eight, the Final Four. So we don't have anything to lose. We can play loose, free, because we don't have the pressure. And so, we're just going out. We're having fun right now. We're playing good basketball. We're playing for each other and, enjoying the ride. So we're going to put it all on the line. We play hard. We're not soft. We don't take plays off. We play with our hearts. It may not be pretty, and that's okay. But, we're going to give 100%. And whatever happens at the end of that, whether we win or lose, that's what's meant to be. So, we control what we can.
PJ.
Hi, Adia. It's PJ from the Arizona Daily Star. What makes this team so special that they're here now and a possibility of doing so, what you think is doing so much more than this?
This team is special because if you look at top to bottom on our roster, we don't have multiple All-Americans. We don't have, Aries, our All-American, our go-to player, but we have, a lot of people that were maybe overlooked or just not stars. But we've had people that have really stepped up. Sam Thomas had one Pac-12 offer. She was with me the first year when we won 6 games. And that's when Ari was sitting out on the sideline due to transferring. So Sam is the last one of her class, and she's just stuck it out. She never had lost so much in her life and stuck it out, and she's so valuable. And we have some players on our team that maybe they're starters for us. Maybe they wouldn't be starters on other teams, but it's very hard for us to have Sam off the floor, keep her off the floor. It's hard. She plays the 1 through 5 for us. She does everything we ask. Then we have Kate Reese, who has improved so much. She scores inside, scores out. She makes tough plays. She believes in everything we do. She runs the floor like a gazelle. Then we have Bendu, transfer from Indiana, who is an amazing defender, who brings us tough experience, drives to the basket, does everything we ask, and plays within our roles. Then we have Helena, a sharpshooter off the bench, and Lauren Ware Young, who's getting great experience, who's going to be a star in our conference and in the country. And then Shayna, I don't know too many people that can guard Shayna going downhill. She's one of the best athletes in the country, and she's came to Arizona to do something special also, and we have. And then Trinity. No one thought Trinity would come to the best coast. I always say the West Coast. but she's a Florida kid that's just made a huge impact on our program. She's brought muscle, she's brought toughness. She showed up big and controlling the boards. She's been phenomenal. I wish I would have coached her for 4 years. So our whole team does their role. No one tries to step outside their role. They play for each other. We play hard. And so I just can't ask for anything else in a team. They do whatever I ask. They'll run through a wall for me. And so I love coaching a team like that. I can't ask for anything more.
Kim?
Hi, this is Kim from Arizona Desert Swarm, Adia.
Hi, Kim.
I wanted to ask about Kate specifically tonight. You might look over a stat sheet with 5 points and 6 boards.
Yeah.
But what did she do that didn't show up that was so important?
I think she made tough plays. I think there was a couple physical plays that I thought could have been fouls, but she stuck with it. She was in foul trouble, so I think that last foul or the fifth foul was a tough call, but before that, just the reach, we talked about not making those type of plays, taking that chance because we need her on the floor. But I thought she gave us buckets when it counted. I thought she played some good defense. I thought she played strong, and it wasn't her best game, but a couple weeks ago, if Kate would have only had 5 points, we wouldn't have won. But she still had 4 offensive rebounds. I think she still played a pretty good game. It wasn't her best, but for us to have other people step up, it's important. We still found a way to win, but she did help us when she was on the floor.
Lindsay?
Hey, Adia, Lindsay Schnell, USA Today. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You have been around the Pac-12 for a long time. Obviously, you played in it, then you coached at Washington, and now you're coaching in Arizona. There have been 5 new teams to the Final Four in the last 5 years, including you guys. 4 of them are from the Pac-12. Why is this conference so good? And more importantly, how has it gotten so much better over the last decade?
I think it's the best conference in the country. There's no doubt about that. It's so good because I think we have elite coaches. You have coaches like Tara Vanderveer, one of the best in the world. Who is always good and just really tough to play against. Then you have Oregon State. Scott Rueck is a phenomenal coach that has won at a lot of different levels. Then you have Kelly Graves. You have Corey Close. We just have a tremendous amount of good coaches. And so every game is really hard, top to bottom, 1 through 12. There's no guaranteed win. I think on other conferences, there's, you can beat the bottom 2 or 3 teams. In our conference, you can't. And I think that the preparation for every different team, you're going to play Oregon State, they're going to play a certain style. You're going to play ASU, they're going to play a certain style. Then you're going to play Stanford. So I think the preparation of that prepares us for tournaments. And I think that's why we have so much success in the NCAA tournament. Because it's hard. And then the Pac-12, we chose to play 22 games. Most of us didn't get to 22 except for Stanford, but even to play 17, 18 games against top competition, it's really challenging. So I think the coaching is elite. I think, I think that's what separates us. And I think that's why we have success in the NCAA tournament.
All right, we'll do one final question. We'll go to Javier.
Javier Morales, All Sports Tucson. Congratulations, Adia.
Thank you.
Just talk about, from a national perspective, recruiting, national media, just what this means to the program going forward.
It means a lot. I think, when you win, I think you have the proof that you're doing something right and successful. I think that in our program, our players improve. So if you look at Kate as a freshman, you look at Ari 2 or 3 years ago, you look at Sam from a freshman year, our players get better, and we pride ourselves in skill development. We pride ourselves in a lot of little things that I think a lot of programs don't do, and it's just our philosophy. And it had to be our philosophy because we weren't getting All-Americans, McDonald's All-Americans. Some programs have multiple McDonald's All-Americans. We don't. We have one. It was Kate Reese. So we have to get our players better. Prepare them and figure out to grind it out. I think that our defense this year has been phenomenal. And so I think our style of play is fun. I think players want to play in an exciting style, and we go do that. We don't sit back in zones and play percentages. We get out and guard you. And that's the way I love to play as a player. That was fun. Turning people over, going in transition, that's a fun style. I don't think it's fun walking up the court and playing percentages on defense. So that's what we do. I think, I'm a player's coach. Ari, I let her go. She's one of the best guards in the country. I guide her and they go out and play. And I think that a good sign for a coach is when your players play hard for you. And nothing's perfect anywhere, but they play hard and they believe and they have confidence, and we work on the things that I feel like they're prepared. So that's we do our best, and I think the players have done their best to get us this far. It's all a credit to them and what they do. I'm just along for the ride.